The way this works is it's this tube here that mounts onto the EDF replaces the paper tube, and this goes into the plane with this rear part detached from it. So I'll show you that in a second here. So this rear part is the thrust vectoring part. So this is just a base here. You see it's a separate part, and then there's this center section, and then there's this ring that glues on, and then these control horns that glue on. The base is lightweight PLA, and the ball part, so the whole ball joint, both sides is lightweight PLA, and the ring and control horns is regular PLA. So the servos here, push rods. The servos have little shaped mounts that they glue onto, that glue onto the surface here. This is also lightweight PLA too. Control horns face inwards so that they don't rub against the inside of the plane. The only modification I had to make to the plane to make this work is, I can see this here, but I put a light bevel on the inside here. Just a kind of shallow bevel, so that the thrust tube part here will slide in. See if we can get this in here. Also, you might have to make a little, I lied, that's not the only modification. You also have to make little notches where the control horns go. Went ahead and marked. Put a little pencil mark where a vertical is. So you see how these come out. They're kind of being pushed down, so you have to notch them up. I just haven't gotten to that stage yet because I wanted to film this. And then this part will come on here, and it'll go something like, we can do this. I'm trying to show you. I have no clue if all this is in frame anyways. It goes on something like this. So you'll glue the thrust tube in normal, and then you'll glue this onto the ends and get these lined up in it. So I'll notch these and then get this all right, and then show you what it will look like. So I've notched this here now. So here, try to keep it far away so it's in focus. But if you see here, push rods are down on the bottom too. There's a notch now for the push rod, so it can move freely, so that the let me grab it. The thrust nozzle, or whatever this is called, it'll line up. I'm not going to try to thread that right now with one hand, but it'll line up now. This, it can freely move out. It's not pushing up against the foam or binding. So what I'll do next is glue. So you see I have a pencil mark here to know which orientation is right. I'm going to glue the thrust tube in place, like the regular version. And once I do that, then I'll attach this. But also, about this part here, I have the new, what are these called? Control horn, like locker thingies. I don't remember what they're called. But I have the new Flite test brass ones with a little rubber piece. So these work really well in here for adjusting and getting it straight. So I'll glue this in place and then show you the next part. So I got everything all glued in now. I just glued this part on. It's just simple. Use get it lined up and just glue it on straight to where the push rods will line up and to where this control board's vertical and then this one's horizontal. And I have it bound up to like a triple servos set on elevator, and obviously and then the other one's set on rudder. Currently this is max throws. It's because of the control horns I'm using on the servos are quite small to fit, but I'll switch out some other ones. But for the first flight, this is one I'm going to use, and this might work.